Welcome to Hybiz News. My name is Suresh Kochatil. The COVID-19 pandemic that struck across the world first hit the tourism sector very hard. Along with it, the subsequent sectors like airlines, hotels, and the support teams all got hit very badly. In terms of hospitality sector, I have with me Mr. Chandrasekhar Rao, the Managing Director of Taj Mahal Group of Hotels in Hyderabad. They have 6 units within the city and of course a couple of them in the SEZs around the city. In terms of traffic, the Taj Mahal Group of Hotels takes tremendous amount of people who come in to have lunch, dinner and snacks all through the day. And in an era where we are talking of social distancing and maintaining a crowd distance, maintaining a discipline, this is going to be a new world altogether for Mr. Rao and his team at Taj Mahal Group of Hotels. Mr. Rao, the most obvious question to start with is, how did you anticipate this lockdown? Because I think your staff would have got an idea about what is going to happen from news that was coming in. And when the lockdown happened, how did you deal with it?
Basically, this was quite unprecedented, unexpected kind of thing. Initially, we thought it was just for a day or something. Later on, after a couple of days, it was made for about 3 weeks. Now it's been extending. So we have just tried to contain whatever could be done from our side, like rooms and all, it's closed. And staff has started leaving around, say, about first week and second week of March. Now that they see a lot of TV, all this kind of thing, they were all prepared, and those who came to know about this problem, the magnitude of that problem, they left early. That's how, we were running under a very, lesser staff, everything, right from second week of March. And the sales were also very down actually, since first week of March. Beyond that, we had closed down completely, except maintenance works and all are going up, cleaning and maintenance works. Whichever staff is staying with us, this kind of thing is going on. And from first week of April, we have started our takeaways and all that, Swiggy, this one. That's still continuing except for Swiggy and this one, which was discontinued because of government order. The sales is very low, it's nothing to write home about.
The hospitality industry obviously would have taken the biggest hit in this bargain along with the tourism sector. But if you ask me, there is something called before Corona and after Corona right now. How do you think things will change post the easing of this lockdown? Is it all going back to the same old type, or things are going to change?
We expect a lot of stress actually in terms of again reopening, running the whole show. One is this: social distancing will become a norm. Maybe every alternate table we need to serve. Definitely this one will come down, all our footfalls will definitely come down. Plus, all these hand sanitizers, plus, wearing masks and hand gloves will become the norm of the day. Maybe this might continue. We expect it to be at least around 1 year, actually, say 6 months to 1 year. Beyond that, if vaccination is found, maybe things might improve. This is our reading. And lodging wise, rooms wise, we don't expect this one occupancy to pick up till March 2021. Even if it is there, it could be around 20-25%. Because unless people are required to travel, they will travel, otherwise nothing can. So on the whole, it's a lot of stress. Plus again, for opening, it is as good as opening a new outlet, because all these things we need to, our staff, everything will have to again, they have to come back. Mostly Most of the staff, they are from Orissa, Bihar, West Bengal, all this kind. So unless the travel, everything starts, they have to come back. It's all in all, it's going to be a big stress.
Right from flights to hotels to restaurants, everything is going to change post the easing of lockdown on the 7th of May or maybe even beyond it. How are you looking at this entire sector in terms of how things are going to change, how things are going to pan out from here once the lockdown is eased?
See, travel, tourism, hospitality is first to get affected during such times and the last to recover actually. So, and unless people are required to travel, they will not travel. And including all the social functions, everything, the numbers might get reduced, all that big fat Indian wedding, everything will start, or banquetings will get affected. People also, lot of, unless, if you are going 4 times a month to all these outlets, restaurants, everything, that might just come to 1 or 2 times a month actually. These are the things we are expecting, and because of social distancing, everything, things might might still take time to this one. And on the whole, this is not just for our group or anything in particular. The entire, this one is going to get affected all over the world. This is our reading. So I don't know how fast things will come to this one. It depends on the cure that is to be, if they find a cure, everything, then it might improve things. That's our reading.
Mr. Rao, the obvious question would be, in such a scary scenario where people are terrified of getting an infection, do you think people will stop taking vacations, people will stop doing business travel, people will stop eating out? What exactly is going to happen with the entire industry? I mean, this is a very, very thriving industry, and suddenly what's going to happen? Because I see this in terms of the context that most of your restaurants in Taj Mahal group of hotels in Hyderabad are always packed to capacity. So what's going to really happen with this kind of scenario that you're going to see?
I think so. A lot of things will be without touching, you including your menu card, the way the bill is presented, the way things are served, everything, cleanliness, hygiene, everything will give. We have to give utmost importance to that. This one, we have to train them, as you rightly said. And it has to be hygiene will be the number one thing, unless that is there, people will be really very worried to come to that outlet. That's our reading.
So Mr. Rao, this entire thing is going to add up to cost. If you have to retrain your employees, if you have to put every alternate seat as a seating capacity, you've got to reduce the number of people who will come in, people who will have to wait for a longer time. All these are going to add to your cost. So do you think end of the day the costs are actually going to increase?
Actually, naturally, since the social distancing, every alternate this one table people have to sit, your footfalls will go down, but our fixed cost, everything remains. So naturally around 20 to 25% extra, this one, our cost will go up. We have to see how much we can bear from our side, and rest it has to be passed on to the customers. This is what we expect. Let's see how things will play out actually after it opens. We are keeping our fingers crossed. So, until a clear picture emerges out, these are things we are expecting. It could be bad, it could be much worse than what we think, or it could be some of them are unfounded, this one, everything. Let's see how it plays out.
Every industry sector, every lobbying body is now going to the finance minister, is now going to the industries minister, going to the commerce minister, going to the prime minister and saying that we need help. What is the tourism sector's wish list, both from the Telangana government as well as the union government? What are you looking for in terms of support from them?
A lot of hand-holding has to happen from both from central government as well as state government. In terms of state government, maybe the property tax abatement, you have all this electricity, this one where the duties, taxes, everything shouldn't be collected for at least 6 months to a year, and other taxes has to be kept in abeyance. coming to center again, state-wise GST, maybe for 6 months to 1 year, whatever we collect, it can be used up without any penalty and interest. Coming to center, softer loans, and apart from all this interest and repayment holidays, everything, we need to have softer loans in terms of interest and all that rescheduling of loans, everything. Plus, of course, from salary, 50% of the salary reimbursement from ESIS, where the funds are quite large, I believe. So whichever industry is affected, to that extent they can do that thing. Plus wherever, of course, again promotion, and see that everything, till everything becomes normal, this kind of hand holding has to happen. Otherwise, difficult for this industry to survive, and especially small players and all, it's very, very difficult. This is what we expect actually.
Mr. Rao, as Indians, we all believe in the philosophy of karma, saying that some things which will happen will happen. It happened because of our previous birth or what we did. So on a philosophical note, as we end this conversation, how do you think you're taking this entire COVID experience as such? Because this is something nobody anticipated. So what is your belief, what is your philosophy in this entire episode?
Yeah, in these times you have to be philosophical, because beyond a point, nothing works actually. You may be thinking a lot, planning a lot, everything. But one thing is for sure, you have to be more positive, and secondly, all this resetting, it's a question of resetting, looking inwards, what can be done better. In terms of cleanliness, hygiene, yes, definitely yes. You have to be prepared for that, It has to be hospital kind of cleanliness, everything, all that, So you have to take it positively. Beyond that, nothing I can say.
So Rao, thank you very much for speaking to us. I know you're passing through a very tough time right now, but thank you for speaking to us at Highways News, and thank you for sparing your time.
Thank you. Pleasure was ours.
Unlike hoteliers who are very aggressive and on the go, Mr. Chandrasekhar Rao is a very soft-spoken man, and I've known him from years, and that's how he answers his questions, very softly, very philosophically, and very maturely. And that was what happened today in this conversation. Thank you for watching.